Good morning, class. Today I am going to revise chapter first, back exercise, short question answer, and long again. So, in previous lecture, we have discussed about back exercise, short question answer, and long question answer. So, here I am repeating again, means revising the whole chapter so that if you are having any type of doubt or any difficulty, so that it can be removed. Okay, so listen carefully, and after this class, there will be a question answer session. So you have to respond on that session. Okay, so let's start the part one, multiple choice question. So which of the following is not required for germination? As I have announced in a previous lecture that in your book there are 5 options, so there is no need of 5 questions. So there is one extra option is there, means part E. So you have to omit that option. In any MCQ question, there are only 4 options. So in your book, 5th option is also given. So delete that option. We will take only 4 options, A, B, C, and D. So question first, which of the following is not required for germination? Means the condition necessary for germination are water, sunlight, and air. Pressure is not required. To grow any seed, to germinate any seed, the necessary condition are water, air, and sunlight. So there is no need of pressure. So pressure is the correct option. Which of these is not grown from seed? Which of these not grown from seed? So option A, rose; B, tea; C, coconut; D, cotton. So pea, coconut, and cotton, these are grown with the help of seed. But rose plant, as we have discussed earlier, rose plant is grown with the help of their stem. So it is grown by the process of stem cutting. Stem cutting, it is not reproduced by seed. It is reproduced
Sir,
with the help of stem.
sir, sir,
Yes,
सर
student. Yes, beta. Yes.
सर ये थोड़ी खींच के बोलो हमको सुनाई
बेटा ये खींच के बोलना क्या होता है? Yes.
सर हमको
Does not damage. Pest, bacteria, fungi. All these three will damage crop. Pest, bacteria, and fungi will damage crop, but manure will not damage crop. So the correct option is manure. D. Manure will not damage crop. So you will take the correct on D option. Question number 4. One of these fruit is dispersed by water. Which one is it? Which one is it? Means the fruit which is dispersed by water, or the seed which is dispersed by water, and the option is lotus. Lotus fruit or lotus seed can be dispersed by water. Now the part B is vegetables have got mixed up. Separate them into winter crop and summer crop. Summer crop and winter crop into the summer crop and winter crop. So there are some vegetables which are mixed together: cauliflower, pea, beans, brinjal, cabbage, pumpkin, and groundnut. They are mixed together. You have to separate these into summer crop and winter crop. So make a table, write summer crop and winter crop. So in summer crop, brinjal, pumpkin, and groundnut belongs to the summer crop. So brinjal, pumpkins, groundnut belongs to summer crop. They are grown during the summer season and they are harvesting in winter. So as you all know, we are eating groundnut during winter. So during winter it is fully prepared. But when it is sown, when it is produced, it is these crops are belongs to the summer crops. So during the summer season, they are sowing in a field and during the winter season they are harvesting. Winter crops: cauliflower, pea, bean, and cabbage. These are winter crops. These crops are grown during winter season. So we are growing crops during winter season, and that are cauliflower, pea, bean, and cabbage. They belongs to the category of winter crops. Brinjal, pumpkin, and groundnuts belong to the category of summer crops. Next is the part C. Read the hint given within the brackets and write the difference between them. On the basis of the hint given in a bracket, we have to differentiate. So there can be another difference, but here we have to write only on the basis of the hint which is given in a bracket. So hint is given in the bracket, and we have to differentiate between dry seed and soaked seed on the basis of the hint which is given in a bracket. So what is the hint? Size, seed size, and seed coat. Size and seed coat means what is the size of dry seed, what is the size of soaked seed, what is the dry seed having which type of seed coat, and soaked seed having which type of seed coat. So let's start. Dry seed. A dry seed is smaller in size. So size is smaller as compared to the soaked seed. A dry seed has a hard seed coat. Dry seed has a hard seed coat. Soaked seed. A soaked seed is larger in size because after absorbing water, the size of seed increases. It becomes swollen, means fluffy, because it absorbs water. When the seed absorbs water, its size increases, become large in size. And what about seed coat? A soaked seed has a soft seed coat. After absorbing water, the seed becomes soft, and also their seed coat also becomes soft. But dry seed having hard seed coat, the size is smaller of dry seed. Soaked seed, what is soaked seed? When we put seed into the water, it absorbs some water, and that water absorbed seed is known as soaked seed. Soaked seed, and the large size become larger. Also, the soaked seed coat becomes soft. So this is the difference between dry seed and soaked seed on the basis of size and seed coat. Next, we have to differentiate between a pea seed and a maize grain on the basis of seed leaves. Seed leaves. What are seed leaves? As we have discussed earlier, any seed are of two types. The seed can be of two types, and any seed having an inner surface known as seed leaf. If a seed leaf having one seed, if a seed having one seed leaf, it is known as monocotyledon, means monocot. If a seed having two seed leaves, then it is known as dicotyledon, or we can say dicot. In short form, we can say dicot, but the full form is dicotyledon and monocotyledon. And the short form of monocotyledon is monocot, and dicotyledon is dicot. So Pete, I'm starting again. A pea seed and a maize seed, we have to differentiate between pea seed and maize seed on the basis of seed leaves. A pea seed consists of two seed leaves, so it is a dicot, means dicotyledon. Maize grain, or we can take the example of rice grain or wheat grain. They are belonging to the category of monocot because they are having a maize grain consists of one seed leaf So it is monocot.
वैसे भी वो 20
One
20 वाला
seed is-
लफड़ा भी तो है
it is
तो मतलब 20
monocot.
20 30 लोग तो उनके अपने हो जाएंगे घर जी
Rabi and Kharif crop on the basis of season. Rabi crop,
हाँ,
a Rabi
उसके
crop
दोस्त
is
भी
grown
होंगे
in winter. Rabi crop is grown in winter season. Kharif crop,
अकेडमी से
a
तो
Kharif crop,
इन तो अकेडमी से बचाने
summer.
बात ये है या फिर अगर तुम देख लो अगर तुम्हारे से कोई जाके आता हो मैं फिर संडे में आऊंगा
Sanjay sir,
छोटू से बात करें वो उठाएगा हेलो प्रमोद
Sanjay
सर
sir, Sanjay sir, Dinesh sir, Sanjay sir,
हाँ जी सर
Dinesh sir, Sanjay sir. Sir, please mute your mic.
ओके सर
The voice is coming. Okay. Okay. Rabi crop and Kharif crop on the basis of season. Rabi crop, a Rabi crop is sown in winter. Rabi crop is grown in winter, and Kharif crop is grown in summer. So that's why Rabi crop can be known as winter crop, and Kharif crop is also known as summer crop. So we have to differentiate on the basis of season. Next, manure and fertilizer on the basis of source. On the basis of source. Source means from where we are getting manure and fertilizer. Although there are some more difference between manure and fertilizer, but we have to differentiate only on the basis of source. From where we are getting manure and animal or vegetable matter means animal waste and the vegetable waste, they produces manure. They produces manure. Basically, what we have done, we make a pit and we put that cow dung and dead leaves and dead and decaying matter, vegetable leaves, fruit leaves in that pit. After some time, these matter converted into a black substance, and that black substance is known as manure. And that manure we will use into their field as a fertilizer. That are the source of manure. And what about fertilizers? Fertilizers are obtained from chemicals. They are manufactured in a factory, in industry, known as fertilizer plant. So they produced with the help of chemical substances. Chemical substances like urea, nitrate, and sulfate. So these are the sources of fertilizers. So fertilizers are prepared in factory. They are prepared with the help of some chemical like urea, nitrate, and sulfate. Manure are obtained from cow dung, dead and decaying plants, animals, or vegetable matter, etc. A coconut seed and a dandelion seed dispersal. How they are dispersed? Coconut seed, coconut seed is dispersed by water. Dandelion seed is dispersed by wind. Because coconut can easily float in water. It is having a water floating ability. Floating ability. It can very much easily float in water. So it can be dispersed. It can be moved from one place to another place with the help of water. And what about the dandelion seed? Dandelion seed is dispersed, means can be moved with the help of fast moving air. Fast moving air is known as wind. So now we are going to revise short answer type question. So first question is, what are the different way by which plants reproduce? What are the different way by which plants reproduce? Different way by which plants reproduce. What are the different way by which plants reproduce? Plants reproduce from seeds and other part of plants such as stem, root, leaves, and spores. So many of the plants are reproduced by their seeds. We put the seed into the soil and new plant will grow. That is the method by which we can produce plant by seeds. But not all the plants are produced by seeds. There are some plants which are reproduced by stems, many plants which are reproduced by roots, leaves, or spores. So it is another method. And when we are reading the chapter, one particular name is there. And what is that particular name? That is vegetative reproduction. With the help of vegetative parts, what are the vegetative parts? Stem, root, leaves, and spores. That are the vegetative parts. And the plant are reproduced with the help of that vegetative part, and that process is known as vegetative reproduction. So plants can be reproduced with the help of seed, they can be reproduced with the help of stem, root, leaves, and spores. So these are the different ways by which we can reproduce plants. So the question number 2 is, what are the different part of seed? What are the different part of seed? So basically there are 3 parts of a seed. Seed coat is outer hard covering surface is seed coat. The inner part is known as seed leaves. And in between seed leaves, there is a new baby plant. There is a baby plant, small baby plant in between seed leaves, and that is embryo. So you have to write only name of the part of seed. There are 3 parts of seed: seed coat, seed leaves, and embryo. Embryo is the baby plant in between seed leaves. So there are 3 parts of the plant. What is germination? Question number 3, what is germination? It is the process of development of seed into seedling. So when we put seed into the soil, it will growing into a new plant, and that process is known as germination. The process of development of seed into seedling. What are the conditions necessary for germination? What are those conditions? We have discussed many times that for proper growth of any plant or for proper growth of any seed into their seedling, that conditions are water, sunlight, and air. These are the necessary conditions. Without water, without sunlight, without air, any seed cannot germinate, cannot develop into seedling. So the necessary conditions are water, sunlight, and air. Give example of a plant that reproduced by spores. So here are some examples: mushroom, fern, and mosses. These are reproduced with the help of spores. So spore reproduction example are mushroom, fern, and mosses. These are the name of the plant. So now we are going to revise long answer type questions. The first question, describe the different type of seeds. As we have discussed many times that there are 2 types of seeds. One, those having single seed leaves, monocotyledons or monocot. And the another type is the seed having 2 seed leaves are called dicotyledons or dicot. So first type is monocotyledons, means monocot. In short form, we can say monocot. That have only 1 seed leaf are called monocotyledons. For example, maize, wheat, rice. They are having only single seed leaf. Dicotyledons, dicot seed. The seed that has 2 seed leaves are called dicotyledons. For example, gram, pea, and bean. So gram, pea, beans are the seed which are having 2 seed leaves. Means inner part of the seed having 2 parts, 2 seed leaves. 2 seed leaves, that is why they are known as dicotyledon. And in short form, we can say dicot. Dicot. Di means 2, or cotyledon means seed leaf. Mono means one, cotyledon means seed leaf. One seed leaf, monocotyledons. Example, maize, wheat, rice. Two seed leaf, dicotyledons. Example, gram, pea, wheat. Sorry. Question number 2. What is seed dispersal? Name two agents of dispersal. So what is seed dispersal? Name two agents of dispersal. The process of spreading of seed away from the parent plant is called seed dispersal. The two agents of seed dispersal are wind and water. Wind and water are the two ways by which seeds can be moved from one place to another place, and spreading of that seed from one place to another place is known as seed dispersal. So that process is known as seed dispersal. So this is the process of seed dispersal, means spreading the seed from one parent plant. The parent plant means the plant which is producing food or which is producing seeds. That is a parent plant. And we have to spread that seed from that plant to the far off place. And it is done by natural process. It is done by nature. Nature will play a very important role in seed dispersal, and the agents are wind, fast moving air, and water. Question number 3. What are the basic requirements for obtaining healthy crop? So what are the necessary requirement, basic requirement? What should farmer do to get a healthy crop, to obtain a healthy crop? The first step, farmer should have knowledge about the soil, climate, and season. So farmer should have the proper knowledge about the which type of soil they are using, in which climate they are producing crops, in which season they are producing crops. Climate means weather conditions, rainy, or it is very much humid, or it is very sunny, or very hot, or having a winter season. These are the day-to-day weather conditions, and it is also known as climate. A particular weather for a long time is known as climate. So farmers should have knowledge about this. Farmers should sow healthy seed. Healthy seed. So first of all, they have to select the healthy seed, and after selecting the healthy seed, they have to sow these seeds into their field. If the seed are unhealthy, the seedling will not grow properly. Farmers should mix the right amount of fertilizer in the soil. If farmers are using excess fertilizer, due to water, and it also damages the crop. Excess of fertilizer will damage the crop. That's why they should use right amount of fertilizer. The fourth point, farmer should supply the proper amount of water in the soil when required. Excess of water will also damage the crops. So right amount of water should be applied to the field, to the crops when required, when it is required. If it is not required, farmer should not apply the water to the crops. Question number 4. Why do farmers use fertilizer? Why we are using fertilizer? Farmer add fertilizer to the soil to increase its nutrient. This helps in proper and healthy growth of crops. So to produce healthy crops, farmers should use fertilizer into their field. Question number 5. How do farmers protect their crops? How do farmers protect their crops? Farmers protect their crops by using insecticide, pesticide, and fungicide. Insecticide, pesticide, and fungicide are the chemicals which are used to kill bacteria, microbes, and the harmful agents which damage the crops. So insects, pests, microbes can damage the crops. So farmers have to protect their crops. That is why they use insecticide, pesticide, and fungicide. So farmer protect their crops by using insecticide, pesticide, and fungicide. All these are used to keep away the insect, pests, and microbes that can damage crops. So this is the revision of chapter first. So students, if you are having any difficulty, you can ask your question one by one. Yes, Dinesh sir. Dinesh sir, please allow the student so that they can ask their question. Please unmute them. Yes, Sanjay sir. Sanjay sir, please allow the student to ask their queries or any doubt they are having. Yes, class, you have to learn these back exercise, short answer type question and long answer type question. And also write these question in your fair notebook. So maintain your fair notebook. It will be checked time to time. Okay. So you have to write all these question and answer in your fair notebook. Maintain your fair notebook.